This problem is asking us to simplify the square root of 40. And when I have to simplify a radical, my first step is to factor the number underneath the radical. So in this case, to factor 40. So let's do that. To factor 40, I need to first do a prime factorization tree, which looks like this. And what that tells us is that 40 can be factored into 2 and 20. 20 can then be factored into 2 and 10. And 10 can further be factored into 2 and 5. And then all the factors are prime numbers, so I can't factor it anymore. So the prime factors of 40 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Now that I have those factors, I can use them to rewrite my original expression using the factors. So I can say that radical 40 equals the square root of the product of its factors. In this case, 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. My next step is to circle all the pairs I see. And for this, I see one pair of 2's. My next step is to cross out the pairs and move to outside the radical. So if I cross out my pair of 2's, I then move a 2 outside the radical. My final step is to multiply the terms both outside the radical and inside the radical. But if I look outside the radical, I simply have a 2. So I don't need to multiply anything outside the radical, only inside the radical. And inside the radical, I have 2 times 5. So that is 10. So I know that inside the radical it's going to be 10, outside it's 2, so my final answer is 2 radical 10. And it cannot be simplified any further than that. There's my final answer.